Yes. Loose women and... Okay, never mind. Moving on to the third set. This is going to be on match point, 2-player map. And I actually just remembered who Cal went up against on this map recently in the Pro League. I believe it was an ace match as well against Height Sparkies. He went up against Hogel, or Hoagie as I like to call him, who is a versus Protoss specialist. And he definitely gave Cal a run for his money, but Cal won that game and won the ace match for his team. So very, very clutch player when he needs to be, and he needs to be right now. Look at Cal's face. He's just... I've never seen Cal this pissed before. So he's got to win this game if he wants to be competitive here. He's got to win the next 3 in a row to move into the finals, which is not going to be an easy feat. Because EffOrt, I have to say, is looking very, very strong. He's coming in with a strategy today. I can tell he prepared the last strategy. I don't think he prepared the first one. I think he had to adapt to what Cal was doing. But still adapted well, coming in with great strategy, strong play, great micro. And Cal is going to have to pick it up. But I know he's capable. Cal, very, very strong Protoss player, and probably one of the few Protoss players who probably could beat Flash in the finals. But we'll see. Here we go. Cal typing P, 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 P. Pause, please. Don't go. Pause, please. Okay, whatever. Okay. Looks like Jilla in purples. That means he's up at the 2 o'clock position, down at the 8 o'clock. In yellow is EffOrt.
I'm sorry, what? Oh yeah. You surprised me. I was.
Oh, thank you.
I'm commentating StarCraft tonight, right?
Yes, gotta remember that.
Oh yes. So EffOrt definitely in a position where he can feel comfortable, and this is not what Cal wanted to do. He wanted to put on some pressure. He wanted to basically make EffOrt worry, put him on the spot, I guess you could say. But now EffOrt is 2-0 ahead, and now he can just sit back, relax, and well, not too much, but he can sit back and play comfortably. He can just stay with his standard builds, play standard, doesn't have to go for anything crazy. I mean, a cheesy build could go and maybe finish it off for him, but I don't think EffOrt is really that type of player. He's in a comfortable position. He can just play standard game. If it fails him this time, it maybe won't fail him next time, so he can just play good old standard and win with that. Cal also hoping for his sake that he plays good old standard. This is, I feel, a slightly more comfortable map for Protoss than it is for Zerg, just because Zerg have a slightly harder time getting that third gas up, and it does become quite a vulnerable position for them, while Protoss is going to be able to hold off 2 bases, then just expand towards the mineral only. Is that a bag full of meat? Or what the hell?
No, I
is
think
that?
It's Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
Might be meat, though.
Oh, dear God. If that's meat, that's like, he sacrificed to EffOrt for winning today. It's kind of
Meat Krispies.
Ew. 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 Okay, I leave
Lord.
with that. Ew.
Yes, you should.
My mind!
Okay, Cal's in with this probe right now, trying to kill a single drone. And EffOrt, he's going out with 1 drone. He might actually plop down a base at the 6 o'clock position. He's moving down, might be looking to hide an expo. But since this is his second base, he's not going to be able to hide it. Cal, he's going to look at the natural and say, well, there's no hatchery here, so he's got to have it somewhere. And then he's going to go out and he's going to find this. So, wow, very interesting play. I don't think I've seen a Zerg do this against a Protoss on this map. Of course, they probably could have in Pro League. I can't watch every game, of course. But we'll see if EffOrt can actually defend this. This could end up working out great. If he can get the Sim City there, as he worked out so beautifully in that second game, get some nice building placement, put down his sunken. I mean, that's one of the great things for Zerg on this map, and that top and bottom positions. That's such a small, awkward choke. Makes it very difficult for a Protoss player to do anything there unless they have dropships in with Reavers or something. But that's another thing. Corsair Reaver, very, very common on this map, and that's basically what Cal won with the last time he faced a Zerg on this map, which was Hogel. So, very strong play from Cal. Let's see if he can't emulate it, or if he's going to go for something completely different. You might think to himself, well, EffOrt watched that game. He knows my timings. He studied that game. And he probably got the replay off of Hogel or something if they're friends. So I've got to do something a little bit different. But a standard opening from him so far, and EffOrt's not going to be able to break.
Yeah, EffOrt picking up the 6 o'clock base definitely I think is a smart decision. That does give him the option of that third gas. That does give him that third gas to abuse as the game goes on. And you really need that as a Zerg. So he's completely bypassing, expanding towards the left side of the map, at least for now. I find that a very smart idea. And it is a very small choke. So ground armies have a really hard time getting in there. Zealots can stream into it at a time. But if you put up a decent positioning out there, which I assume he will if he spots that, Cal spots that base. So he's definitely going to put up some defensive positioning there just to make sure. It is going to be different if they're going to be, okay, like, no, I want this sign. No, I want to say this. No, this sign insult effort, the other sign insults Cal, and who's winning right now? Oh, crap, I'm all confused. So that's what was going on there. Even though I don't speak the Korean language or read it, I know that what was going on. So I was talking about something smart, and then I got interrupted by laughter.
It happens.
And this happens all the time to me. It's just, it's my life. So Cal now going to spot the fact that, wait a minute, no base at the Natural Expo, and no base at the upper left. So going to go inside the main, going to see if there's going to be a 2-base quick tech build coming in. Going to spot that that's not going to be the case, so it's probably going to assume the 6 o'clock position, probably going to send his initial push, maybe send his initial timing attack there. If he is going for a Zealot timing attack, which generally we see Zealots do, they're going to be on the way now for EffOrt as well. But I still think that 6 o'clock base, if he gets, I think he's going to have enough time to put up a decent defensive perimeter and defend on the ground. It's going to be harder if there are going to be Corsair Reavers coming out. Any sort of drop builds or some such could be very effective at that position. But other than that, ground attacks could be very well quenched.
Yeah, EffOrt is getting up all of his drones right now, and we'll see if he gets a decent block at that 6 o'clock position. I think that will be the game-deciding thing. If he can get a nice evolution chamber maybe at the front, or maybe that's where he puts his Hydralist in, and I'm not exactly sure, but EffOrt is going heavy Zergling again, which is kind of reminiscent of his game against Zero, where he just went for basically all-in speed Zerglings to push the front. But he doesn't have quite that many Zerglings, but he is going to try to get through the naturals somehow. I'm not sure if I don't think he's going to be able to do it with these troops here, but it looks like he is going to try to push. Probably going to back off here in a second, seeing the amount of troops that are up. But with these Zerglings like this, he's going to be able to deny the scout as long as he possibly can. But Cal, he wants to find that third base. He finds it now, and he sees the hatchery coming up as well. So he knows it's probably going to be a very similar standard type of play like the last game. A lot of hatcheries coming up for EffOrt, so he might be going straight into Hydras. Not exactly sure, but that would be a very powerful attack if he does that, because Corsair Reaver doesn't leave you with very many ground troops at all, at least not initially, because you got to get out your shuttle, and then you get out the Reavers, stuff like that, very expensive, so you can't really afford any ground troops there. But Spire's up, and we'll see if EffOrt goes for kind of a Muta opening to start out with again, although I don't think it's going to be as effective against this type of build.
Yeah, this does look like pretty much exactly the same thing he went for in the first set when he went very heavy Mutas to start off. I'm not quite sure whether this is the same case. He is getting some Scourge to start things off, getting some nice SimCity here at the 6 o'clock position. We're going to be very hard for any Zealot Church to break through that. But we're going to see how effective it is this time around. Cal, I think, slowly but surely going to move out, try to find himself in a comfortable position, going to be able to defend again. There is going to be a robotic support bait coming up, so it is going to be Ser Reaver. We're going to see how well he manages to do this. That 6 o'clock position with that could become extremely vulnerable, so he's going to be very careful. And those Scourge are going to be absolutely important to try to pick off anything that comes out of that robotics facility. Might be exactly a shuttle first, so those Corsairs that are in position to try to do something. They are going to get picked off, though, with the help of those Corsairs. Scourge are doomed. But yeah, a lot of SimCity, a lot of buildings. There's going to be a Hydran coming up, so actually probably not Mutas. Probably just going to be a bunch of Hydras out there. Very, very heavy pump. Usually you see 4, maybe 5 hatcheries in total, but EffOrt going way, way heavy. Oh, Cal unfortunately losing. That was sloppy right there. Yeah, you can tell. He's even himself like, I can't believe I let that happen. Totally wasted Corsair. Has weapons 1 on him, but that was an absolutely unnecessary loss of a Corsair right there.
Yep. So at this point, because EffOrt knows he took down a very early Corsair, there's a lot of Corsairs out for him for Cal right now. He could switch into Mutas now as long as he lands more Scourge on these Corsairs, which he's trying to do. He's trying to go out, take down the Corsairs so he can probably switch into Mutas.